Tango is a dance in which it's easy to become obsessed with perfection. The taste of heaven that is found within tango may encourage some to seek perfection. The journey of tango from Buenos Aires to Istanbul came through Paris.
Argentinian tango music came to Paris, and then the tango music from Paris reached Istanbul. Turkish modernists, they were influenced from French culture, and they tried to follow all the trends in Paris. Moda, fashion, style of life, way of dancing, way of behaving. So they were copying the French elite. This is how tango arrived. Buenos Aires, Paris, and Istanbul. This is a type of journey of tango. And in Argentina, tango started as a low-class dance. Then it became popular in Europe, and then Argentinians adopted tango after it became very popular in Europe and in Paris. Today, again, it's getting very popular in Argentina. But in Europe also, when I look at the profile of people, they are Bohemian bourgeois. They came from middle class, upper middle class families, but they have interest in science. They are intellectuals. Maybe someone is doctor, engineer, surgeon, and then a professor of chemistry, mathematics. But they have a lot of interest in art and in dance.
In Turkey, tango has a history starting with the Ottomans and into the early republic to the present-day boom.
At the end of the Ottoman Empire, in the 1910, Turkish women were still wearing chador, but they start modernizing their outfit, and they restyled chador. It became more chic and modern, and they call it tango çarşaf. Then in the 1920s, late 1920s, and in early 1930s, ballroom dancing was introduced to Turkey as a part of modernization. Atatürk introduced ballroom dancing, and also he enjoyed dancing tango and waltz, and he inspired many people to dance. At that time, even in the small cities, counties, the bureaucrats organized balls to celebrate Republican Day or other national holidays, and they learn how to dance tango and waltz, and they dance.
It's said that tango was born in the brothels of Buenos Aires. It could be that the brothels were where the people of the upper and middle classes first encountered it.
And then in the 1910, in the 1905, also there were not many women in Argentina. And during this time, also the society was conservative. And men dance with men to learn tango, to advance in tango. And men learn how to dance tango also to attract women in the brothel, and but also women learn how to charm men, for dancing. So even it became part of brothel culture in the very early periods. But then later on, this dance was accepted as a social dance all over the world. Even, for example, in New York in the 1920s, many New Yorkers, chic, upper middle class New Yorkers were dancing tango, Argentinian tango. And I am a tango dancer myself. But also I like to say something about the meaning of tango in the 1940s and 50s. In the 1940s and 50s, a chic, stylish and unconventional woman is called tango woman. So tango meant to people someone is modern, stylish and also unconventional. Because in the 1910, tango çarşaf was the stylish çarşaf. So for Turkish people, since from the early 20th century, tango means something modern, unconventional, also stylish. And in the 1940s and 50s, a chic, stylish woman is called tango woman. In Turkey, tango dancing re-emerged in the mid-1990s when tango became very popular in Europe, in United States.
I had the opportunity to talk with some of its Argentine masters. Rodrigo Palacios and Agustina Berenstein have been dancing together for years.
Before, it was more the figure of the man, because of the dance came from the men, from two men dancing, and ¿cómo se dice? Machista.
It's very macho. It's a
Macho.
Very male dance.
But little by little, I think all teachers.
Like in the war, it was
Yes,
changing, you know.
it's
Now it's
changing
50
a
and
lot.
50.
50 and 50, and we want the lady dance, not just follow the men. So it's all, of course, it's a leader and a follower, but we want a couple dancing.
Really, man always is the leader and the lady is a follower, but we have space and times to let the lady express a little more than before. Before was what men was leading, and that's all. Now we lead and we propose the lady play. We give you the space and you play as you wish. I have like many idols, but one of those is my uncle and her wife. He is Julio Balmaceda and Corina de la Rosa. They are, for me, they inspire me to dancing every day. And the feeling is very important. If you don't feel something when you dance, forget it, you're not dancing. It changed since 15 years ago. It was changing a lot. It's becoming a little more popular. Many young people is introducing in the tango world, but I think it is not enough yet. We have many young people there, and they prefer many other music styles, but little by little they are introducing. Don't forget, we are like 40 or 45 million people, so many people there, not everybody dance tango. My father danced rock and roll, my mother rock and roll, but my grandfather was dancing tango. So I had more connection because I share many things with my grandfather. I have the connection with the tango. But if I had to follow the connection with my father, now I should be dancing rock and roll and not tango, you know.
We can dance with the eyes closed.
I think it's better.
Yes, it's more because of the contact you have with the partner, the connection, and it's not because of the eyes. Of course, we are, especially us, we are looking for all time into the couple, but it's not the idea to
I think it's a little hard to dance all time like this. You get stressed and you cannot relax. So I think if you connect like this, it's enough. It's like when you embrace a girl and you are like this, you don't embrace like this. You embrace lovely, you know. You're nice.
I'm Celine Ruiz.
I'm Damian Rosenthal. A little bit. The country has its own. For example, if you go more to countries more to the north, they have more difficult to get in a close, with getting close to the other person. Go more to the south, that is not an issue. Maybe they have another kind of problems with communication, but in, I don't know, things like this.
I started in the 90s and I started in France. And then I went to Buenos Aires and I learned there also. And I went back and forth. And that's how I learned.
I started as a teenager. At 18, I started dancing. And here I am. I never stopped. You get to know people a lot, more than you do normally, because you dance with people, so you have contact, physically contact with a lot of people.
Yes.
Respect, no, like normal, like, but that means that you're more used to have.
It's more direct because you don't have the language.
Exactly.
You skip the language part and directly you touch the person and you feel how the person is.
Right.
So it's very direct. It's you feel how someone is very quickly.
Yeah, because it's your body speaking, so you don't have that
cannot,
anymore.
you cannot hide it.
People lost the connection in the dance. They go to dance and they dance alone, like in discos or things like this. So with this you have a connection with people, and you have an embrace and you hold people and you talk more, so it's easier to communicate. It's more sociable. So I think it's one of the main things that it changed a lot. I mean, yeah, it was very low class at the beginning, but we are talking about the beginning of the 20th century, like the first 30 years. And then it becomes more, it grew up in society, so it went more to upper classes. Now it's very mixed, actually, yeah. And it's growing a lot. There is a lot of young people dancing. And it's more the dance, actually. Before it was the music, until the 80s. It was more based on orchestra and music with Piazzolla and new kind of music. And now it's the dance. The last 20 years, the dance, it grew a lot and developed a lot. There are codes, let's say, communication codes, like how to approach the person, how to ask women to dance, things like this.
Yes.
We use a lot because if you are in a saloon, there is a lot of people and people is sitting, so you use a lot. You look the people and for example, you look for a woman and you try to have eye contact with her and you try to invite her like this. So you don't go to the table to ask her. It's more you invite her, and if she doesn't want, she just don't look at you anymore. There are codes like this, social, in the dance. Yeah, a lot.
Yes. And the man should try to be a gentleman, let's say.
It helps.
It helps a lot. Yes, the girls like that, and it goes with this dance also. That the woman the man puts her in veiler.
Values her.
Yes, values the woman, and the man has more the role of the gentleman. So it's quite defined, man and women. It's very men are men and women are women, and it's something that people like a lot.
We don't look each other in the eyes. It's more a cliché than a reality. It's more like you are more with the person, but more like this. You're not really looking because you try to connect more with the body of the person. So if you look, it disturbs a little bit. I think.
Yes, you try to connect the feelings, and also it is interesting to see that this dance shows your personality. You dance as you are. If you are shy, you are going to dance shy, and if you are very much self-secure, you will dance this way. It brings out some items of your personalities, which is very nice.
It has to do also because it's the man leads the dance, so it has also to do with that.
Yes.
It remained that thing of the man inviting the women and trying to be nice and to.
I think it's one of the success of this dance, because of the definition of each group, no, man and women. Yes. Yes.
Tango and Istanbul doesn't seem a likely combination, but actually tango has a long tradition here. Today, every night, hundreds of dancers put on their tango shoes and pay a visit to one of the many milongas around the city. An experienced and well-traveled tango dancer, Zeynep Çetinkaya, has opened the first shop that sells tango shoes in Istanbul.
A good quality shoe now comes with the heel screwed to the inner part of the shoe with 6 or 7 screws, and that should be done with high pressure machines, not just by hand. And of course the style should attract women, and you should have many colors to match many colorful dresses. But the basic thing is to have a good balance, stability, and good quality material. But it has to have a steel part in the arch of the shoe to make it more stable. Such a shoe you can wear for 5 or 6 or 7 years, but if you don't have that steel part in the middle of the shoe, then the balance, the heel will go inside or outside, so the stability will be gone. Actually, a shoe production is not like a refrigerator production, okay? Mainly the most part of the production is done by hand. But then you have to have good craftsmanship and also some machines to push these screws. Just a few machines you have to have. Otherwise, all, let's say, is done by hand anyway. Like 14 years ago, I started dancing tango, and a classic tango shoe was a heda, actually, a peekaboo toe or a closed toe, which came in black colors with a T-strap or with a cross strap in the ankle, and with low and thick heels. But nowadays, with the start of Nuevo Tango, women started looking for more fancy shoes and more chic shoes. So now the heels are very thin, stiletto heels are very popular, and the front part of the shoes are wide open. You have only one wide strap in the front, and also the heel cage is now open in most of the styles. So they have a very different look now. The main thing, again, is to have a stable heel, actually. So if you do the production good, then you have no problems with the heel. If it's thin or thick or high or low, you can still dance. Most 7 centimeters with thick heels, but now you have 10 centimeters even, very thin slim heels.
For me, tango is not only dance, it's a philosophy of life. For me, it is going beyond the conventional horizon. This is tango for me.